Hey, what up YouTube? This is Assailant of Team Legion, deck profiling of Fish Synchro / OTK. I came up with myself and worked on this for a little while, so ever since the new ban, I knew about the new ban list, not netdecked, and I'll just get right to it. Start with, you got your main engine, your core of the deck. You got 3 Super Agent Deep Sea Kings. These things allow you to pull off the OTK, one of the fastest synchroing things still not banned in the game today. There are 3. If you can get them out, they are really overpowered. And to go with them, you got 3 Royal Swamp Eels. These things they're like, if this is the lock, these guys are the key. You need these guys for Super Agent to be viable for synchro summoning. These things, stats aren't half bad to begin with, so why not use them? Oyster Meister. These guys, the reason they're in here, because stats aren't half bad, and a 1600, and they're needed for the OTK. You need these guys for the OTK. Otherwise, I'd probably find a better fish, but you need these guys. And then you got 2 Unshaven Angler. Reason being, for the OTK, you need 1 4-star fish. And I have 2 Unshavens, because they can also serve as tribute fodder for Deep Sea again. And they can defend if need be. Metabo Shark. In here also has 2 4-star fish. 1800 attack is nothing to laugh at in today's meta. Also, their effect allows them to recycle fish from the grave, which is good because if you have 2 Royal Swamp Eels in the grave, you can't pull off the OTK. So they allow you to recycle that and give you a bit of leeway. You can play down that second Royal Swamp Eel without having to worry about it. Now for the main engine of the deck. You got your 3 Swamp Frogs. These are what keep the deck going. These guys come out so fast, you can go back to your hand so fast, it's not even funny. They're the main engine, they're just needed in the deck. And what you usually send to the grave with those things, the Fishborg Blaster, because these things special summon, so they're one of the most broken tuners I've ever seen. If they weren't 1 star, they would probably be banned. These things come out of the graves really fast, and they can be sent with Swamp Frog. The other thing you use Swamp Frog with is the obvious one, Treeborn. Things allow you to stay alive without the OTK for a while, tribute fodder, everything. These things are like everything. And lastly in the monster lineup, you got 2 Dupe Frogs. They're in here because they allow you to, they're good, they have Assailant-like effects for searching frog stuff, so you can search out the Swamp Frog even if they're Dark Hold. And with 2000 defense, they're not, that'll last a little while in today's meta. So, and plus if you get both of them in the field, you can put your opponent in a Dupe Frog lock, which is mean. And that's why they're in there. Now for the magic lineup, much smaller, but you got 2 Big Wave, Small Wave. These in here, they're for pretty obvious reason, they're to get out deep sea faster. Not much to it. Now, with every successful OTK, one of the main problems you gotta worry about is backfield. And especially with Heavy Storm gone, you've got some problems with backfield. But there are a few solutions. You got 2 MSTs. These will also be stapled in every single deck, probably that's going to be competing today. So, why not throw 2 in? Giant Trunade. This thing I've been using ever since Starlight Road came out, because Heavy Storm's just too much of a risk, and it helps you pull off that OTK. And now the card they should have banned instead of Heavy Storm, Cold Wave. Swamp Frog your hand, plus this, plus a Deep Sea, plus a few cards to discard, equals game. Easy. Cold Wave is a very, very broken card, it should have been banned. Next, you got draw power on the deck. You got 3 Moray of Greed. That's an Alert of Darkness. I'm loading out my last Moray of Greed right now, so forgive me for that. Moray of Greed, one of the best draw power cards out today. It's a little tricky to use, but its benefits are excessive, and no reason you shouldn't have 3 in this deck. Last bit of draw power, Pot of Avarice. This is the only deck I've ever played with that you could possibly use 2 Pot of Avarice, but I found that 1 works best. With this deck, you will throw 5 monsters in the grave really fast, so it is a very good option to have in this deck. And the last of the somewhat odd lineup on Magic is Gold Sarc. It's obvious what you'll be doing in this deck. You'll be either searching for Deep Sea, Cold Wave, or Swamp Frog, depending on what your situation is, what your hand is. But it allows you to get them faster. great cards to have in the deck. And then 2 staples. Monsterborn, Dark Hole. Being almost every deck out there today. That's all for the Magic lineup. Now for the Trap lineup, which is very small. Solemn Judgment. Doors this shouldn't be in any deck. Unless you have a reason to not give up half your life points, but still. And 3 Roll Decree. To help stop the last of the stuff that will get past. To help stop all those nasty traps your opponent will set to try to stop your OTK. That's what those are there. And that's the deck. I hope you liked it. There are a few things you need to do with the extra deck. I'll go through them real quick. There are only 2 cards required for the extra deck for the OTK to work. You need a Scrap Archfiend. Scrap Archfiend. No other 7-star Seeker will work. It has to be Scrap Archfiend. The OTK only worked this well because Scrap Archfiend was released. And Mistworm, which I do not yet have because I never saw a need to get one, and now I need one very badly. But I will have one. You need a Mistworm, you need a Scrap Archfiend. Or that, it's good to just have an assortment of 8 stars, 7 stars, 6 stars, 5 stars, and 4 stars. Just the usual lineup. 8 stars for Royal Swamp stuff, 7 stars for Royal Swamp and Oyster Meister, 5 and 4 for Fishborg plus assorted frogs. That's about it for the deck. If you have any comments or creative suggestions you could think of that could be done to improve the deck, I will gladly welcome them. Please leave them in the comment section below. This has been Assailant for T-Legion, signing out.